guys, Erica Tesla here. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for deciding to click on this video. And if you're returning, it is so good to have you back. I'm really happy to have you here today. I did a little drugstore makeup shopping, and so I wanted to just chat, do kind of like a chatty, hang out, get ready with me, talk about some new products type of video with you guys. So this is the look that I came up with today. I used a variety of drugstore brands, so I will get into the products that I've used. I will do my best to link all of the products in the description box below. The majority of the products are things that I have purchased myself, so I will do my best to indicate if and when anything is PR or gifted. But as I mentioned, most of these are things that I have found on my exploits at the drugstore, at Ulta. I haven't really spent time exploring like what their new offerings are. So I went there and I picked up a couple of things today. Specifically, what I'm really excited about are these e.l.f. lip oils, which I'll talk about a little bit more. And I'm gonna have some swatches for you guys of the products that I'm using today, in addition to some of the things that maybe I don't make it onto my face, but I just wanna show you in case there's anything that you're interested in. With that being said, I'm so glad you decided to click on this video, and I'm going to now give it to the Get Ready With Me version of myself, Get Ready With Me Erica, who will be showing you how she got this look. Let's dig into the goodie bag. Some of the stuff I've had already, guys, so I'm going to try to stick to my theme as much as possible of drugstore makeup, but I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Just take a little bit of that and put that on my already moisturized face. I think the key to a good makeup application is gonna be the skincare. Yeah, skincare as for your makeup is a pretty well established precedent, I would say. And I have found that to be true when I don't moisturize and I just try to slap some foundation on because I feel like, oh, I'm in a rush. I need to like hurry up and do whatever it is that I need to do. It doesn't always end well for me, especially as a dry skin girly. So I like to go in with something hydrating. I'm gonna apply this Halo Glow liquid filter on top of the primer. Let's see. And this you can wear alone or with a foundation of your choice, and it's kind of covering a little bit. This is a lighter coverage product, and so I'm not going to go in with a lot. I'm really just looking for this to give me some additional hydration. It's finally warming up in Maryland. We have been in this deep freeze. It's so crazy how half the country, you know, we've just been having so much extreme weather. So I'm just going in with this like Real Techniques brush. I really like this brush. This is the Expert Face brush, and I'm going in and pushing the product in. As you can see, it gives me a little bit more sheen, and please excuse the beeping noises. I have some people doing some work downstairs in our basement, so that just lets me know who's in and out. I am just giving myself a little extra sheen and shine and glow, and I like this. I did use up my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter, and I will tell you what, it's good, but for $50, it's not something that's like on my repeat purchase list. And I'm gonna be really honest with you guys, as far as my makeup purchases go this year, I do want to be able to try new things and replenish things, but at that price point, unless it's something that I really just like cannot live without, I just haven't really gravitated towards repurchasing that. For foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Fit Me Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. So this is matte, so I just went on this whole spiel about hydration and moisturizing, but I really do like the finish of this foundation, and I don't find that it dries me out too much. So I think it'll be a nice balance, and I'm using the shade 312, and it's a little yellowish, but we're gonna do our best to work with this and get it to do what we need it to do. But I really do like the Maybelline complexion products. Like their foundation has worked really well for me in terms of coverage and wear time. I'm gonna be using some e.l.f. products in this video, but I will tell you, like, their complexion products aren't always, like the color complexion, like the foundations and stuff like that, they don't always do what they need to do for me. I'm not the biggest fan of the finish of the foundation. I was into the camo concealer for a while, but I think it was like a little bit too drying, if I'm being honest. And you guys don't mind this little spot here. Your girl got her Botox yesterday, and it was so funny. I walked out of my dermatologist's office. I'm gonna put a little bit more foundation on here. And she gave me an ice pack when I left because sometimes the injection site can swell and even bruise a little bit. And it usually goes down in like a day or two. It's nothing major, but I walked out with this ice pack on my face. And these two ladies who were a little bit older than I am saw me walking down the street. And it was so funny because they saw me and they were like, oh, we're going where you just went. Like they knew. They knew the deal. Anyone else that has never had Botox would probably be like, why is this lady walking down the street with an ice pack on her face? But I was just trying to keep the swelling down. And I'm at this beautiful stage of my life where I wasn't even really worried about what anyone was thinking about me or thinking, what is she doing? I'm just like, oh, you know, I really don't want to have any like swelling or bruising or anything like that. And then these two ladies, they just cracked me up. Like they were in good spirits, and it was very wholesome. It was a very wholesome interaction, and I was really grateful for that because I have to say, you know, with the way things have been going in the world, the state of the world, you know, you kind of forget sometimes like there are still just, you know, genuinely nice people out there who are just like, you know, have a sense of humor and are just trying to get through their day as well. So I appreciated that little vignette, and you know, I'm always looking for opportunities to experience some joy and some happiness in my life. So I just really appreciated that. Okay, guys, I picked up some Covergirl products that looked interesting to me. I picked up a highlighter, a blush, actually 2 blushes, and a bronzer. So we're gonna try these out today, or at least try out one or two of them, because I have some other stuff that I want to try out. But I'm gonna swatch this for you really quickly. So here's the highlighter. This is in the shade Moonlight. That looks really promising. I've already tried this shade of blush. This is called Sweet Violet. It is so pretty, guys. And I know everyone is going kind of crazy over who does, what is it, the Ube collection. I have been a little bit hesitant. Like people are making it work, but I'm not sure how. Like with violet and purple shades, like I feel like I have to be a little bit careful on my face because I do have a very yellowish undertone. And I tried like the pink powder before, Ben Nye pink powder that people were raving about, and it just really pulled out the sallowness in my skin. So I'm not against trying it, but I'm kind of careful about which undertone of purple I put specifically on my face. So this blush, it kind of looks in the camera like a little bit more pinky, but it's like really nice. When I put it on, it blended out really, really beautifully. This shade that I have, this is called Radiant Peach. I think this might be the one I go with today since I've tried this one. This is so pretty. The swatching going on very creamy. And then we have this shade, what is this? This is Snatched. So this is the little bronzer shade that they have. This feels really creamy. Let me get that focused in for you. It's a little bit on the warmer side, so that's something to be aware of if you are not looking for a warmer bronzer. But I'm gonna just put a little bit, and I already look a little bit warm because this shade of foundation's a little bit warmer. But I'm just going with it, guys, because I really want to just see how the formulation is, and then if there's anything that I'm just like really, really loving, I will probably go back and see if they have a different shade of it, either online or in the store. But that is blending really nicely. Do you guys see that? I'm gonna actually just tap it in. I don't want to swipe. I'm gonna tap and kind of tap up a little bit because I don't want to drag the color down. But it's blending in really nicely with the Maybelline foundation. So that is very promising. The formulation's really good, and it should be for the prices that these drugstores are charging these days. Like it should be really, really good. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush. I'm gonna take my, yes, here we are. I'm gonna use my 33 brush to just blend this into the nose. Yeah, these drugstore prices are not cheap, I will tell you that. So it's kind of important, I think, to be discerning whether you're buying higher end makeup or drugstore makeup, because the distinctions are getting really blurred. I'm gonna say, like, I feel like some of these prices, like if I wait for some of my higher end stuff to go on sale, I'm paying close to the same price, I would say. I am going to go ahead and put my eyebrows on. I do not have a drugstore product that I will be using for that. I usually use my Benefit Cosmetics products. I have the 24-hour brow setter gel already to set my brow hairs. That's just product that I prefer to use. And then I've been enjoying this Mighty Fine brow pen in conjunction with the Precisely My Brow Pencil. So Benefit did send me these products, guys, so that you know, but I have been enjoying these. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera, come back and talk about some of the other products that I will be using in this look. All right, so I have gone ahead and finished filling in my brows a little bit. I did some lashes. Now, the lashes I used are not technically Drugstore. They are from a brand called LYS Beauty, but I really like how they give the eyes a very natural look. And I would say they're a pretty good price as well. And I will be linking my products that I use in this video in the description box for you guys. So I just went ahead and finished that, and I did a little bit of concealer as well and a little bit of powder under the eyes. I used a little bit of Maybelline Fit Me powder. This I did receive in PR from Maybelline. And then I topped it again with like a little touch of LYS concealer. So that's kind of the skinny on like what I did off camera. I kind of want to go into my lips next, guys, because I picked up these really pretty e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oils. I have been seeing these all over social media, and I picked up 3 shades that I thought looked really, really pretty. I do have some Maybelline lip products, but they're more matte, and I'm probably going to feature those in like a separate video, but I'll just pop them in for you guys to see. They're these Super Stay Teddy tints. So these are like lip tints. And I have another one that I have in my purse. It's called Mascara Tear, and it's more of like a brownish shade. Really, really long wearing formula, but a little bit on the drying side. So when you wear them, I do recommend prepping the lips properly. But today I really wanted to go in with like a more glowy lip. So I have 3 shades here, and I'm going to swatch these and then decide which one we're going to be wearing for the look. So I have this shade called Super Neutral, which looks kind of like a peachy neutral shade. I love colors like this. This is something that I would definitely just like pop on and go and just run out the door. And then we have the shade Chocolux, if that's how you say it. And so this is more of a brownie nude. So we have peachy nude and brownie nude. So these are like go-to shades for me. And my like lips are pretty pigmented, so I'm not really sure how opaque these will show up because they are lip oils, but you could see from the tint, the tone that they give you. And then the last one I have here is called Crystal Baller, which is really a cute name. And when I was checking out, the associate at Ulta said that this one was one of her favorites. I think this is really, really pretty, but I'm kind of leaning towards the Chocolux shade. So I'm gonna pull in my ColourPop lippy sticks. You could find these at different retailers online on the ColourPop website. So I would consider this to be in the drugstore category, because these lippy pencils are maybe around like $7 or $8 each, which is on par with drugstore pricing. So I'm gonna do a little lip lining and then layer it with the lip oil. But this is in the shade CTRL, or I pronounce it control. I always think of the control button on computer keyboard when I see this shade name, and it's one of my favorite lippy pencils from the brand. Like, do you guys ever have those days where it's just so comforting to have a hydrated feeling lip? And that is what I am going for today. So I'm going to go in with the shade Chocolux. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It just looks so pretty. And these are supposed to be, or I think are kind of a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bombs. It has a minty scent to it. That is a really pretty shade. I'm really glad I went with this. It's like a very nice natural looking brown nudie lip. That is just really, really pretty. Really comfortable. I'm looking in my mirror. These maybe don't have like the reflex that some of the gloss bombs have, but if you're looking for an affordable alternative, like, it doesn't feel sticky. It's very hydrating. The minty smell is, I would say, not overpowering or overwhelming. And I can kind of feel a little bit of minty refreshment on the lips. The next thing I'm gonna pull out, guys, is this e.l.f. Cosmetics Perfect 10 eyeshadow palette. I don't know if this is new or not, but I saw this and I thought this is a nice looking drugstore palette to have. I haven't used their eyeshadow palettes in a really long time. I've been really focused more so on indie brands, and I would say honestly like mid to luxury brands. This intrigued me. It's an all matte palette, And I'm gonna go in and fluff a medium kind of brown shade all over the lid. I'm gonna take this shade here because the next products I'm gonna show you, I wanna layer on top of this shade. So I'm gonna go in with this, and this is a Refer 16 brush. The shades don't have names on them, so I'm not really sure what color this is, but as you can see, that went on really, really smoothly. I'm quite impressed with that. Honestly, the way this look is coming together, I could probably stop here and feel pretty satisfied, but there's a couple of other things that I do want to show you guys, including going back to the Covergirl face products. I'm going to go back in with the blushes in a minute. I really like this palette. So I did pick this up at Ulta, but I'm sure you can order this from the e.l.f. website as well. They have pretty much all of their products on their website. The only issue I have with e.l.f. and ordering online from them, and I don't know if anybody else has this experience, but I feel like it takes them forever to ship their products, and sometimes your girl's not patient enough, okay, for that. Sometimes I'm not patient enough, okay. The next products I'm gonna show you guys are these Wet n Wild products that I picked up. So Wet n Wild released some multi-chromey, duochromey products, and we're just gonna go through, I'm just gonna pop them up and then I'm gonna unbox them off camera for you guys real quick, but I'm just gonna show you them before I take them out of the packaging. So we have this Wet n Wild, it's a chrome highlighter. This one is called Too Serious. Chameleon is the name of the collection because the shiftiness of the shade. So that's Chameleon. Then we have Venus Swing, and that's in a more blue packaging, and it's pulling out the blue reflex in the highlighter. And then they have these cool looking eyeshadow sticks. These are multi-chrome eyeliners. And we've got, I was able to find 4 shades. I'm not sure if there are any more, but I saw these and they looked really interesting to me. So we have the shade Electric Prism, we have Planet Disco, Superstar Suit, and then Cosmic Seeker. And this collection I do believe is relatively new. I haven't been following Wet n Wild like super duper closely, but I have in the past used plenty of their products, and so these looked really interesting to me. And then we have this eyeshadow foil. I don't know if I'm gonna use this one for today, guys, but I am definitely gonna swatch it. And then last but not least, we have this lip foil. I'm gonna swatch this for you. I don't know if this is gonna be part of the final look, but I thought that these looked really, really interesting. So I am gonna find a way to incorporate them into the eye look. So here are the eyeliners, guys, in the order of their appearance. So as you can see, these are shifty. I have to say, the shade, what is this one? Cosmic Seeker and Planet Disco. So this like the one that's in the kind of the purpley brown packaging, and the pinky one. I can't see like too much of a difference. I would say like Cosmic Seeker is like a little touch deeper. And then the Planet Disco is kind of more pinky. I guess upon closer inspection, you could see a little bit of a difference. It's a little bit brighter, but here are the swatches. And then here is the little eye chrome, the chrome eyeshadow foil, as you can see. So this is giving me like Danessa Myricks vibes in this packaging, but here it is swatched out for you guys. And it has like more of a purple look to it in the pot here. You could see it shifts a little bit green. I'm not sure that my camera is capturing it, but it does have like a little bit of like a shimmery feel to it. It's drying down, and you guys, I'm going to show you like it's drying down, but it's not like coming off. So I think that this is going to adhere to the lid pretty well. And the same thing with the eyeliners. So I think these are products that are meant to really last once you have them on, because sometimes that can be a concern when you go the budget route with some of these drugstore products. Like, is it going to have the longevity that you're looking for? So I'm gonna take this off and then I'll come back with the swatches of the other products in the collection. Okay, so fun fact, I tried to wipe these off with just a makeup wipe and they're still on there. So these are really meant to last, guys. But I swatched the highlighters, and I have on my index finger the chrome shade in, okay, I'm gonna put the name in the description box because for whatever reason the little tab that's here has the name on it, and I took it off, and when I pulled it off it did not have the name anywhere else on the packaging. But I have the Venus shade here on my finger. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So this is the shade in the blue packaging, and I'm just gonna swatch that on here for you guys to see that it is a little bit more on the, it's on the sparkly side. This is a sparkly one. And then I have the shade Too Serious. And then it's kind of like more green too. It's got more green blue to it. These are a little bit, they feel soft to the touch, but I could see these like being a little dusty. I don't know what it is. Like they feel thin, but that could be a good thing on the face because sometimes the really emollient highlighters can pull out the texture in your face. And then the last two products in this collection are these lip foils, and we have the shade Celestial Dance. And I didn't show you guys this one at first. Halo's the Way, and I'm gonna just swatch them. So here's Halo's the Way and Celestial Dance. So these are some pretty intense colors. Like, look at that. So these could be really pretty, I think, if you had like, you know, some kind of plan for them. So those are the two lip shades that I picked up. To my knowledge, that was the whole collection. I haven't really looked online to see if I missed anything, but I think it's a pretty fun and cool collection, especially if you are looking for some festival style looks. So I want to do something with the eyeliners and with the eyeliners and maybe the highlighter. So I have like my very basic matte brown from the e.l.f. palette on, and I've been doing a lot of green and blue, guys, okay, but it's just such a pretty color. So I might do like a few shades. We'll see. So I'm gonna just take this and put it along the lash line here, and then just like pull this out like this, like a little wing situation, and see how I like that. Do you guys see that? It's really, really cute. We're gonna pull it out on the other side as well. I'm gonna bring in another color on the inner part of the lid. I'm gonna pull in the shade Electric Prism on the inner part of the lid. So we're gonna do kind of like a little ombre situation, and that's really pretty. And these go on really smoothly. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how smoothly these apply, and I really like that. That's really cute. And I think to tie it together, I'm gonna pull in a little bit of the shade Planet Disco. So we're kind of ending up with like an ombre effect. This is really cute on the center. So I'm putting this on the center, and it's tying the other two shades together. I don't want to do like too intense of a shape on the lid because I really feel like this is giving me what I want. But I will go in with the shade Cosmic Seeker here on the bottom lash line, just to give me a little something. And that's really pretty. I feel like I made a good choice with that. That was really cute. So it's giving me like a little extra something for an otherwise really simple look. And I might go back in with that lightest shade in the inner corner. I'm not sure that I want to stick this in the waterline, so I might just leave that alone. But generally, I think these are really, really fun. It's like a really cool little look. For the blush, I'm gonna do blush before I go back and like put little sparkly things on my face. I'm gonna use the Covergirl blush in the shade Radiant Peach. I swatched this for you guys a little bit earlier in the look. And I'm going to just take my What's Up Beauty brush. I have cleaned this. It's a little stained, guys. This is my R201 brush, and I'm just gonna go in like this because I did previously try that purpley shade on my face, and it did move the foundation a little bit for me. It might have been the foundation that I was using. Since I'm going in with a cream blush, I'm going to buff it in with a blush brush, and as you can see, the pigment is really, really nice. This is a really pretty shade. Very pretty, very peachy for my complexion. You can build this up, or if you need to sheer it out, you can do that, but this is a really, really great springtime shade that gives your cheeks a little bit of life. I'm a big fan of this formula so far, and I just love the ease of accessibility to this because I literally just went to Walgreens and I saw these and I was like, oh, so this is really nice. I think this is a really, really nice blush shade, and I'm just building that up. I'm going in and swiping the brush on the product and then patting that into the cheeks. And I really like how that looks so far. I'm pretty impressed with that. And then I kind of want to do something with one of the highlighters. I don't know if I want to like stick highlighter directly on my face, but I'm going to go in. I think what I want to do is I want to take the shade Too Serious, and I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, like a smaller pencil brush, And I'm gonna put it on the inner corner of my eye to brighten up the inner corner. And I repeated myself. I know I said inner corner twice in like one sentence, but I'm gonna pull that in, and that's really pretty. I am a really big fan of finding ways to make multi-chromes and duochromes everyday wearable, because I do feel like they can be a little intimidating, right? Like it can be a little bit overwhelming. And when I see these highlighters, I know that they're marketed as a face product, but for some of us, we're not super comfortable putting that on our face. It's maybe a little bit too much, but I love shades like this on the inner corner. And this is super pretty. Like I actually really love how this has come out. So for highlighter, I am gonna go ahead and use the Covergirl one because I feel like it's gonna give me the finish that I want. I don't want to pull out like texture. I don't really feel like having my face be super sparkly today. I'm gonna go in with what is probably supposed to be an eyeshadow brush, but I really like, hold on. Yeah, it's supposed to be an eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna go in with the shade Moonlight with an R104 brush from What's Up Beauty. The What's Up Beauty brushes, do not sleep on them. They are goat hair. They're really good. And I'm gonna tap that on. And I like using smaller brushes like this because it gives you a little bit of control. But do you see that sheen that I'm able to acquire using the brush as opposed to just swiping it directly onto the face and risking moving a lot of the product? And it's a little bit on the icy side in my opinion. It's looking nicer from my viewfinder. It's not bad, but I think I should have gone with like the warmer shade. They had another one that was like a little bit warmer, but I think this might be a little bit icy for my complexion, but I am seeing the sheen. So that I am definitely a fan of. I like the formula. Probably would go in with like a different color next time. Now what I might do with this as well is use this as a brow bone highlight. I kind of want to go in with one last step, guys. I picked up these e.l.f. Fine as Fleck eyeshadows, and I have the shade Filthy Rich here and the shade Champagne Showers. So I did swatch those for you guys. So here's Filthy Rich and Champagne Showers. It looks really sheer on. So I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and put a little bit of Champagne Showers on the center of the lid just to tap it on, just to give the look a little extra something, a little extra sparkle. Like, what do we think of that? I think that's really, really pretty. It's fun. And also I just wanted to try these on because I've had them for a little bit and I wanted to see how these perform. These are supposed to be a dupe for the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow duos. I do have one of those. I decided to purchase and I haven't used that one yet. It'll probably be my last Patrick Ta palette or product for a while. I know he just released some new blushes, but guys, like I had one of his eyeshadows get moldy on me and I was so sad about it. So I was like, let me pace myself with Mr. Patrick over here. But I think this is kind of cool. Like it's just interesting, but still there's subtlety to it. And it wasn't that hard to do. And these are all products that are basically available at the drugstore and you can get an interesting look with those products. I think, yes, unfortunately, drugstore prices are increasing, as is everything pretty much. But even though, you know, the drugstore prices are unfortunately on the rise, like you can still find some products that are, I would say, reasonable comparatively to what is available on the market. So I just wanted to do something kind of fun. It's still obviously, I think, a fairly natural looking look, but with like a little bit of like pizzazz to it. And you guys, I love a little bit of shimmer. I love a little duochrome shiftiness. If you follow me on Instagram, which I will have my socials in the description box, like, you know, like I love really colorful looks. I love duochromes, multi-chromes, shifty things. So I was motivated to do this video because I really thought that the Wet n Wild collection looked fun, and then I kind of snowballed into, let's just pull it all into a majority drugstore look. So guys, let me know what you think about this look. I would love to know your thoughts on what's going on at the drugstore, and leave me a comment if you can and tell me what is your favorite brand or what's your favorite product at the drugstore that I need to have on my radar, because I love hearing from you guys and I would love to know what is up, like what's the deal, like what should I be on the lookout for. So with that being said, thank you guys for sticking around this long and watching this video. I really appreciate the time you've taken out of your day to hang out with me. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like this video. Make sure you leave me a comment, as I mentioned before. If you would be so kind as to subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it, and have you join my growing community here, which I'm so grateful for. You guys have been incredibly encouraging and supportive, and it's really motivated me to keep going with the content. So I really appreciate you guys so much. So with all of that being said, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.